Lamont Tonelli.
And now it's time for 69.
69, jabroni.
Oh, yeah.
69 over here.
You know that we all love 69.
Papa like it a 69.
Uh-huh.
69, bro.
Hey, now it's time for 69.
It's time to talk football with old number 69, Mike McGlinchey. Who doesn't love 69?
Sponsored by 21st Amendment Brewery. Time to try 21st Amendment's Hell or High Mango. Brewed with real mangoes. And by the Contra Costa County Office of the Sheriff. Visit cocosheriff.org to learn more about a career in public safety.
And, of course, old 69 is Mike McGlinchey from the San Francisco 49ers. Mike, how you doing this week?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Now, my first question out of the chute here is, did you know the 49ers have a golf tournament today?
I did not know that. I wish I would have been included in that. I would have taken a personal day.
Thank you. Because it's funny, I got an invite to this yesterday and it said, hey, the tournament starts at 10 o'clock. And I go, well, hold on. I work at 10 o'clock. Yeah. Then they said, can you take the day off for the golf tournament? And I said, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, okay.
It's not just 10 o'clock, but it's 10 o'clock in Monterey.
Yes, it's in Monterey. It's like a great tournament. They're at a great course today. But I'm just like, how does that work? Do they even tell the players? So you guys had no idea as well.
No, yeah. During the middle of the work week or on Wednesday, Thursday, those are our two busiest preparation days for the weekend. So
right,
they don't even pass that through us.
So now you guys do have golf tournaments, though. Do you take part in any 49er golf tournaments?
I do when it's the off season. Most of the time, the players are included and excited to be invited during the off season and when we're around and have some free time. But yeah, it's hard to get involved in a golf tournament in the middle of the season.
Of all the guys, have you golfed with most of the guys on the team that golf? Who's the best golfer on the team?
Robbie Gould's by far the best golfer on our team.
Really?
He shoots somewhere between even par and sometimes even under par.
Leave it to the kicker.
It's always the kicker that's the best golfer on the team for some reason. Who is the worst? Who's the worst golfer you've golfed with on the team?
What's that?
Who's the worst golfer you've golfed with?
Ooh, I don't. You know what? I have no idea. Nobody's ever really come out and been too bad. So
really.
It might be me, to be honest with you.
It might be me. Well, hold it. You go out on a fairly regular basis, though, don't you?
I do in the off season. I play a lot of golf, and I should be a lot better than I am, but I am not.
Well, that's golf, though. That's
what do you usually shoot?
Yeah.
I'm probably like a mid-80s guy.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, you're way better than us, I'll tell you that. You pull your hair out golfing with us.
You're 10 to 15 strokes better than us.
Exactly. Well, I think we said this last year, but definitely in the off season we're going to go golfing with you. Paul, you were talking about the game a little off the air. We were talking about something.
Yeah, and that touchdown right before the end of the first half Sunday night against Green Bay. And what was the reaction to Trent Williams' block that sprung Trey Lance on that touchdown run just before halftime?
You know what? With Trent, it's just kind of like business as usual. There's, it's gotten to a point where he does so many cool things out there that you just expect the next one to happen. He is a one of one kind of generational talent, and it's a pretty cool opportunity to be able to say, you know what, I played with that guy for a couple of years, and Trent's a surefire Hall of Famer for a reason, and it's just play after play. He just keeps doing things like that and manhandling people all over the football field.
He just flattened that defensive back from Green Bay, put him ass over tea kettle. And then what was cool was Trey Lance handed Trent Williams the football to Spike after the touchdown.
Well, I'm sure I think Trey had the best view of that block in the whole stadium, so I'm sure he got it and gave Trent a reward for that.
So have you players ever given you a ball to Spike or do something after a touchdown?
Yeah, Raheem Mostert actually always does that. Whenever he scores, he always tries to find an offensive lineman to rotate through and hand the ball off to whoever's closest to him in the pile that gets in. Unless he hits an 80-yard home run, then we're all a little too slow to catch up to them.
So do you have, like, if you were asked to spike the ball or do a celebration, have you worked on a celebration at all?
No, it's so you never know when it's coming. Raheem just kind of puts the ball. Every time he's ever done it, he just puts the ball right in your stomach, and you know what happens after that. So you just got to try and. I think the ball that Trent spiked on Sunday night still hasn't come down to orbit.
So what was going through your head when Aaron Rodgers completed that first pass to Devontae Adams, and then the second one, and you're like, you had to be going, oh no.
Yeah, I was saying a couple Hail Marys on the sideline. I was just trying to make sure that we tried to get a win out of that. But, he's one of the best to ever do it, and he's certainly one of the best in those situations. So you just kind of tip your hat to the way that they played and the way that they were executed down the stretch there. And, we got to play better. We can't spot teams 17 points and only start. For the last 2 weeks now, we've only played about 3/4 of football. So we need to get that figured out and get a faster start. But again, you have to tip your hat to Green Bay for the way they're executing in that type of a situation.
Just kind of curious. So what was said in the locker room to you guys? Because I got to tell you, despite the fact you guys lost, it was an entertaining game.
It was a great game.
It was a great game to watch.
Yeah, it was a great game to play in. Those kind of things are why you play football. The Sunday night prime time and the home crowd, and it's a close barn burner like that.
Yeah.
But the same thing said to you is what we were said in the locker room after the game. You can't spot teams freebies. You can't spot teams 17 points and expect to win games. So we got to eliminate the mistakes early on and make sure we get ourselves going and put ourselves in a position to be in the game the whole time.
Well, this weekend at Seattle, another home game, first afternoon home game at Levi's, and we wish you good luck this week, Mike.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. We got to beat the rivals from up north in Seattle for sure.
Absolutely. All right. Hey, Mike, you take care. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, Mike.
All right. Mike McGlinchey, old 69, as we call him here.
Lamont and Tonelli.